Oh yeah, we're in for another tech show. Let's get it. It's Player Talk Radio. Let's go.
Welcome to Player Talk Radio. Hey, yeah. With DJ Kuda, the hottest DJ in the manosphere. Let's get it.
Okay, man, we got a quick tech show today. What is going on is DJ Kuda right back at the helm of today's tech show. Playing around with some cameras, messing up with my green screen, doing all kinds of stuff around the studio today. But most importantly, having fun. So I got some new stuff to show you guys. Let me pull up my horrible tech background. Got a lot of stuff to talk about on today's show. So let's get straight into it. I'm right back at the helm of today's show. Thank you guys for coming out, looking at a whole bunch of stuff. It is hot as hell in here. But let's get straight into it, man. Get my levels right quick. Okay, so, this is what I find funny, man. So a lot of people hit me up and they say that, they want a podcast and they really want to get into what we do called podcasting. And one of the best things that I show and one of the best things that I tell them to do basically is, you got to learn from the basics, man. I give them a lot of solutions, but a lot of times it's hard for them to take my advice because the solutions that I give them is not necessarily something that they understand. So a lot of people, they hit me up for podcasting advice, off air, on air, and I tried to guide them in the right direction. Now, a lot of people may not listen to my advice. A lot of people may not think that I'm giving them the correct advice. A lot of people may not think that I'm going through the ringer. A lot of people may think that I'm just, directing them in a certain type of direction. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's start tonight's show. I'm just gonna go on a tech rant. I'm gonna show y'all some tech. I'm gonna tell y'all really the fundamentals where you need to be coming mindset wise about starting a podcast. I'm gonna show y'all where I came from. I'm gonna show y'all how I got to where I am today, and tech wise and stuff. And we'll take it from there, man. It's Player Talk Radio. Let's start it. Let's go. Let's get it. Now, what I need you guys to do is hit this link right here, which leads to my TubeBuddy. I'm gonna teach you guys how to use TubeBuddy, and I'm gonna make you guys, see how easy it is for you, and to help you out with, with any of your online ideas, whether it comes to, picking a tag, picking a title for your stream, just anything else. Hit this TubeBuddy. We're going to have some shows on TubeBuddy, and I'm going to show you exactly how it can help you. But make sure you hit this link. I'm definitely going to have it down in the description box because my description box is popping right now. So make sure you hit that link and check out the other links that's down in the description box. Let's get into it. It's Player Talk Radio. Let's go. Let's get back into it. So, getting into today's tech talk, I wanted to tell you guys a little bit more about my journey. So, like I said a long time ago, Patrice O'Neal got me into YouTube, and what he did is he basically made me want to get into radio, made me want to start my own podcast. And I didn't know exactly what I would talk about, but I knew I would have a show. And a lot of you guys are in the same exact, a A lot of you guys are in the same exact, mind space where I'm in, or sometimes I would have cool talks with my homies and I'm like, yo, man, this could be a show. A lot of people would like to, get in on this information and, everybody's texting me while this is going on and get in on this game. And, so I was like, it'll be a good idea for me to start a podcast. Now, obviously, I thought I was going to start a podcast with a whole bunch of friends and stuff like that. Didn't work out. As a matter of fact, it was a little bit better that I didn't start it with a lot of friends because I covered more work by myself. Now, if you do have a group of friends and all of you guys are on the same, on the same page, when it comes down, my bad, I thought something was in my drink. God damn. Gotta be careful, man. So, if it does work out for you that way, that's cool. But ultimately, your mindset should be worth running the podcast alone. Because if your friends don't show up, what are you not going to do? You're not going to do your work? You're not going to get your work in? So what you really want to do is that you really want to have the mindset that you can do this by yourself if you need to do it by yourself. Also, one thing I tell people to do is get equipment. Now, I didn't necessarily start off thinking that I was going to be podcasting. I actually wanted to run a radio show. I wanted to do a radio program, and I wanted to do something similar to what Patrice O'Neal was doing. I wanted to be around comedians. I wanted to be around people that like to laugh and have fun because that's basically what I like to do. And I'm also a conversationalist, so I knew that it would be easy for me to, have an audience, laugh, have fun, and, just, enjoy myself. So that's basically what made me get into the podcasting game. Radio. Also, I got my mixing board and I would mix a couple of music. I love music and stuff like that. So I knew what I wanted to do. One of the hardest things, and I still have trouble with it till this day, is structure. And also, one of the things that made my my podcasting a lot easier is equipment. And this is why I stress a lot of people to have equipment so you can at least have a professional sound. Now, I'm still getting my visuals correctly. As of course, you can see my errors. I'm still messing around with my green screen and shit. But that's the least of the worries. So I wanted to show you guys something today. And I wanted to display something to you. Some of the stuff when I first started out. Now, recently, I tell people that want to get gear for their podcast. This is what I do. I actually show them some gear that they can get. So I have a whole bunch of gear here that I want to show you guys. Literally moving some expensive shit over, by the way. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 sec. Conte. So, one of the gear that, alright, I don't know where to start. Okay, so, number one, the best thing you can do when it comes down to acquiring and getting gear is get a mixer. A lot of people say, hey, you know what? I want to get gear. I want to start my podcast ASAP, but I don't know what to get. So one of the best things I tell people to do is get a mixer. Or that's step number one. You need to get a mixer. You need to get an XLR cable. And you need to get a microphone. Now, you're not going to start off on this level. You're definitely not going to start off on this level. If you don't know what this is, you're definitely not going to start off on this level. So, when I started podcasting, believe it or not, I didn't know the difference between XLR, and I did not know the difference between condenser. I did not know the difference between dynamic mics. I just went out and bought a mic. And sadly, the mic that everyone buys is the most terrible mic that's on the market. And I need to clean mines. I really don't treat this mic well, man. But it's this mic right here. Oh yeah, it's this mic right here. God damn, I got juice marks and shit. God damn. So it's this mic right here, which is the Blue Yeti. And I got my display on so it shows everything. I don't know what type of sticky substance is on this damn microphone, and my cat is somewhere in here, my studio. So I got this microphone called the Yeti. And one thing I hate to see is people try to use the Yeti and it's like this. It's like, bruh, you don't talk into a Yeti. Like, it's not a dynamic mic. It's not what this mic is. See, I can't talk into the side of this mic because this mic is a front address mic. This mic, you have to talk into this part, not this part, this part. So I have a lot of grievances with this mic. And this is a USB mic. I will show you how to use this correctly because I know some of y'all won't give it up and will argue niggas down about this stupid ass mic. It's a mic that's a toy. That mic should be used no later than 6 months to a year. That mic should be a band-aid. So, listen, man, that motherfucking shit making me hot. Anyway, when I first started podcasting and doing radio, oh my God, I hate this. This is embarrassing. I used one of these. Oh yeah. I used one of these. Oh yeah, this for a minute was my baby. This right here. Look at this. If you think what I'm doing right now is complicated, you haven't seen a goddamn thing yet. So this was my mixer at one point, and this mixer has phantom power, obviously, and basically this was supposed to have all of my channels together, and as you see, there's no port to really plug it into your into your computer. So I had to figure out another way how to plug this mixer into my computer. I had to on the track out, on the control room and track out, I had to get a card, which I will show y'all later on, which is a Behringer card. And basically it converted everything that was sent to this into a USB 2.0 or 3.0, I think. Not USB-C. I think it's 3.0. It converted it into a USB 3.0 and it sent it into the computer. And one of the bad things about that is that it had like a hissing noise. You know, it had a really bad hissing noise. So, that was the only bad thing about it. But this thing was my baby. Like, I could run all kinds of channels into it. Now, the bad thing and the drawback and the setback for this is that I had a whole bunch of cords and wires going everywhere. So this was my introduction to a real sound chain, because I had to know which, I had to EQ it, I had to play it by ear, I had to figure out, which cord was going into, whatever, And I was just running a lot of music. Ran my microphone through it. I had other items that had music on it. My DJ, my mixing board, I had to run that through it. So it was pretty interesting buying a whole bunch of different types of dongles to convert sound to run into this, to eventually compile it all into one thing and then run it into my computer. So you could imagine what it was like. I had something that would just, I just had a computer dedicated to sound, my nigga. Like, this was the worst shit ever. But at the same time, it was fun. Some days I still miss using this thing. So, like I said, when you get one of these, man, especially starting your journey, it can get real complicated. So when I bought that, and I was really learning how to really, use a real mixer, it was pretty challenging. And, I had to really put, my brain together when it comes to how I was going to mix this music and how I was going to get it out to the people. I had to spend endless nights learning my sound chain and try to get it right. Then eventually, I started getting into other different types of mixers once I started, going on YouTube and reading books and doing searching and stuff. And I ran into this bad boy right here. They don't even make this no more, my guy. You know what I'm saying? Now, this got some ink and some other stuff on it because I have it in a drawer with like a whole bunch of other electronics that I really need to stop throwing really expensive electronics into a drawer. I need to actually put them shits back in their case. But this task cam right here, eventually I will have some of what this was running into that mixer. And this task cam, which was supposed to be a mini studio all in one, was pretty good. This is called the US-42. And it was pretty good. Like, it has a voice changer on it. You get like some pads right here, basically to choose, basically you just basically get some pads basically to choose, what sound effects you would like, on your podcast. And right here is the effect. You will want to push the effect button, and basically when you push the effect button, you get a chance to to basically change your voice, or if you have a guest on the show, you can change their voice. There's a lot of stuff that you can do with it. But this was one of my favorite items to use. Also, you get your line in and line out. You get to plug your headphones into it, and you get to plug your phone into it. You get to do a whole bunch of things. This was actually the at one point the ideal. I need to clean this stuff. This is at one point was the ideal tool that you wanted to have, because it's just so small, and then it's not really metal. It's like plastic. It's pretty plastic, but it worked. And you had a studio mode and you had a broadcast mode. And when you push this, it's on air. This will record stereo, caught really good music and stuff. And eventually, I started messing around with a lot of different things. Like when I tell y'all and I point y'all to equipment that I really came from the mud. I'm literally dead ass serious. I came from the mud when it comes to the studio shit. Eventually I moved to like smaller podcasting equipment, which is the smaller version of that mixer right there. You know what I'm saying? Moved to, very, very smaller podcasting equipment, because if it was just me doing it alone, I didn't need all of that stuff. Then these became a little bit tricky. So I needed something that had like two, literally, instead of one. And this will basically run your microphone and stuff like that. I don't think this one has phantom power though. I don't think this one has phantom power. But if you got a nice dynamic mic that doesn't require too much power, like this mic right here, that's a neodymium mic. You dig? So really cool stuff, man. But you gotta buy a whole bunch of equipment. That's the part I don't like. Sometimes you think you got all the wires and stuff, and then you're like, shit, I don't got it. Now you gotta wait in the mail and stuff like that. And eventually, it would get better. I would upgrade to other interfaces like the Rodecaster Pro and this little baby right here. This baby right here. God damn. This baby right here, this Go XLR, this baby right here is where it's at, man. You got your this thing has a Midas preamp. Okay. You got your line in and your line out that you can use a TRRS cable. You got your USB port that plugs right into a computer, and you got an optical port that plugs right into the, your video game system. And you got a headphones jack, and you got a port where you can run your USB mics into it. And then, life got better. You know what I'm saying? When I got my hands on, you know what I'm saying? God damn. This little baby right here. Oh yeah, you can run this into it also. And y'all see I had the Elgato I had the Elgato Wave 3 hooked up to my cell phone. I'll do a tutorial and show y'all how to do that. But seeing that I'm the only guy that's really in the manosphere that shows tech and have the shit that I'm telling you about, it's only right that I show you guys how to start your podcast, because I'm showing you all this gear and this could be fucking confusing. This could be confusing as hell. I understand how confusing this may be. This might be some of the most confusing shit you've ever heard. And I get it, right? So, do you need all of these crazy microphones? Do you need all of this, all of this, like, this crazy tech? No. Do you need cameras and all this other stuff? No. Now, be it as I showed you guys all of that tech, and I showed you guys the mixer and everything, you may not know how to use it. You may not know what gain is. You may not know what a lot of things is. All you need to have your podcast all in one is this bad boy right here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, it is a knockout. You damn straight it is a knockout. All you need to have your podcast is this bad boy right here. Now, what is this? This is called the Zoom H6. And this have been an interface that I've been pushing for a long time. Now, this bad boy is an interface, and it also is a handy pocket recorder. This is a really, really good pocket recorder. This is your whole podcast. You can literally record your whole podcast on here. Right here on this side, you got your menu, and you have your your port. Let's zoom back in on that. Hold on, y'all. Go like this. Go like that. And the camera should pick it up. There we go. So you have your what you can hook it up to your computer with, or you can just plug it in. You have your menu, and you have your toggle button so you can, rotate through the menu. You have your microphones right here, which a lot of people like to do ASMR, left ear, right ear, and they kind of, move forward, and you got the control for it right there. Also, on this side, you have your SD card that's right here. You have your volume port, your headphone port, and you have your power port and your hold port. Now let's cut this thing on real quick. Okay? On the front, you have your on the front, here we go. On the front, you have your line out, and you have your remote, because there is a remote for it. And right here, let me do it like this so you can actually see it, because parts of it is green. Okay, that's part of the game. You have your levels right there, and it's already in record mode. See that? And you know, this is so tight, bro. You could run not one, not two, but 4 microphones into this one unit. And it has phantom power where you can power on your microphones. Now, if you don't see, there's an electric button. There's an electric sign right there. That means I got phantom power. Power to, well, the 2 mics that I was using at one time, which is microphone number 1, which is on this side. So basically you have your microphones that you can use on there. And one microphone that I like to use on there is the Shure SM58. Really great microphone. Also, I believe I can power this microphone on there. Actually, I've powered very gain hungry mics on this on this recorder, and I didn't have to use a cloud lifter. So honestly, make sure you guys like and subscribe to Player Talk Radio, because I'm going to show y'all some real shit, and I've been showing y'all some real shit. So if you would like to get this handy recorder, basically hit the link down in my description box. Like I said, the description box is popping. You know, got a real quick tech show for you guys, just to basically show y'all I know what I'm talking about. You want to get your hands on this. If you're a truck driver, you want to get your hands on one. If you're anybody that's out here creating content, you want to get your hands on this Zoom H6. And it uses batteries, you know what I'm saying? And these batteries, they last for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Even if you put the cheap ones in, you know? But if you plug it in, it won't use the batteries. So also, all of those interfaces that I showed you guys, like that mixer, and also that Go XLR and stuff like that. This is basically an interface. You could plug this into your computer via right here, and this becomes a interface. You know, right here. My bad, I have a cut on my finger. That becomes an interface. And also, if you want to have music in the background, like I have music in the background here on this podcast, shout outs to Lakey Inspired, you can run your music into this. So you see how this is a microphone? When you want to turn on this microphone, you'll use this knob right here. And you can go from, highest to low or whatever, and it'll show you your levels right here, which you see is not lighting up because I don't have it on. But once I hit this L and R, now it's on. And if I turn it this way, you can literally see the noise going up right here. So that's if I speak into it. And when I speak really loud into it and yell, if I have it all the way up. If I speak really loud, hold on. If I speak really loud into it and yell, these will start to blink, which they're blinking right now, but you can't see it. This will start to blink because I'm too loud. So that means that I'm clipping. So to not clip, I will have to have it low, like how it is right now. Also, I will actually plug this in and show y'all the sound that you can get out of it. So basically, we're going to have a little in-depth review, and I'm going to show y'all the sound that you can get out of it. Also, I'm going to plug in a microphone into it, and we're going to listen to the sound that you can get out of it. Also, listen. Now, this is the thing about this unit, okay? And I'm going to show y'all some real shit. These Zoom H6s go for about $350. Now, the reason why I'm telling you guys to spend $350 on this is because this is literally your podcast. Now, I will try to include down in the description box this with a kit, because this alone is $350, but for like a little bit more or the same price, I'm going to look around on Amazon to find you guys a link for this, and also a kit that comes with, a SD card, SD card, a kit that comes with it. and comes with some other stuff, because these are really used in a lot of situations. People hook these up to their cameras with this line out. You can hook it up to your camera and it'll bypass your camera. And after it bypasses your camera, this is something totally different. This is a light that I got. We'll do a review on this. And this is a cool light also. Gotta hip y'all to the game. But it comes with something called a hot shoe. And this is a hot shoe. And I would show y'all where to hook it on your camera, but I have my camera hooked up that I'm using right now. This hot shoe, basically, you see this right here? This screw right here? This is the hook onto your camera. You hook this little baby onto a hot shoe. You hook your zoom onto your camera, and it's ready to go. You take your line out, and you run it into the headphone line into your camera. And what that will do is it'll bypass your camera's audio, and it'll run the audio from here into your camera, and that way you get clean audio. So imagine speaking into this microphone, and you see how clean my audio is? Imagine having this amount of clean audio on all of your recordings just because you know how to run your zoom into your camera. You get clean, professional audio. So this goes for $350, and I would say this is a better buy because you can actually fit this in your pocket. Now, recently, Zoom has released a new Zoom to the family, and they call it the Spider. It's called the Zoom H8. My favorite number 8, right? Here's the Zoom H8. Right here. Shout outs to OGJ Speed. He sponsored tonight's show. And I want to show you this Zoom H8. Now, look at this Zoom H8 versus this Zoom H6. Look at that. See how the knobs on the how the the volume is different on this, but the bits at the top is the same. So it makes these bits interchangeable because these are interchangeable. So you can run whatever type of bit that you want on the top of these recorders. And I'm going to show you a shotgun bit that goes in on the top of these recorders. See? So, this is the H8. This baby right here has 6 plugins. You can plug in your guitars, which it has this one, which is basically the XLRs, but you can actually plug in the phones. And it has 3 more right here. And it's basically shaped like a spider. This is a touch screen unit. You have your play and you have your home. You have your record button. You also have your Bluetooth USB remote right here. You have your power button right here. And you have your where you can plug it in, and you can run it also as an interface. I think it's better. And then you have your SD card slot right here, and right here on the side you have your speaker, whereas down here you have your speaker also on the H6. So here's your speakers. Now the speakers are okay. I wouldn't listen to your recordings back on the speaker because you'll hear it better when you have your headphones in, but they're decent. Same thing right here. You have this XLR. You have not this XLR, but you have the headphones right up here with the ambient noise and stuff that you can capture. And if you want to run your music into it, you can also bypass it right here with a TRRS cable and you can run your iPod or your headphones or whatever, your phone or whatever with music. You can run that into it. So also, like I said, this is touch screen. It's actually built for what you're trying to do with it. So they, instead of just going to straight recording like the H6 does, they split it up into 3 sections. You have field recording, you have your music, and you have podcast. And then you have your line level, you have your SD card, and then you can also click to turn it into an audio interface. Now, we're doing a podcast, so what I want to do is I want to hit that podcast, and what it'll do is it'll bring you to this screen right here. And also, you know, like I said, you can cut on your microphone, or you can use this one right here, which you'll see my levels kind of going up a little bit more. And if I'm clipping, you see how that red button blinks. So a lot of times too, you know, you just got to play with your levels and stuff like that. And the thing about these, which are cool, is that you can get a lot of ambient noise in the background, and they record in stereo. So sometimes when you're recording with this recorder, it'll record in mono, but it will record in stereo if you lock the 2 channels together. Also, the good thing about this recorder is that, you know, it's geared towards what you want to do, whether it's field recording, whether it's music, or whether it's basic podcasting. Also, it makes a great interface because, I mean, it is a handy recorder, but it's not something easily that you can put in your pocket. But I guess they made this bottom part a little bit more, you know, easier to put in your pocket, so this top part could kind of just hold itself. And these will be hard to put in your pocket because look at these hooks right here, man. Look at these hooks right here, which are supposed to hold your XLR cables in place and not so they won't fall out. But then look, there's no hooks on this one. So see, there's nothing really to hook on into your pocket and stuff like that. So both of these recorders are good for whatever for whatever you're trying to do. The thing is that it's up to you to figure out what you're trying to do. You understand what I'm saying? And both of these, they last long. They got phantom power. They will run a very powerful mic if you let it. You know, there's a lot of things these things can do, man. Well, listen. Like I said, they come with attachments. This one comes with a hot shoe mount also, so you can mount it onto your camera, or you can put it onto you can put it on to one of these poles or something. You know, I got this pole suspended from the ceiling, and I got the Rode Pod mic hooked up to it. It's just not hooked up yet. But you know what I'm saying, like you can suspend it on a pole or something so it'll hold it straight. You can run your headphones into it as it is an interface, you know. So I think both of them do pretty well. I just think one is more portable when it comes down to you having it in your pocket. And also you get add-ons like this right here, which I got to get a whole bunch of cat hair off of, which is this shotgun mic, which is pretty cool. And also for this new H8, I just saw that they recently have a 360 mic, which is like, it looks like a diamond, and it's supposed to catch a lot of ambient noise, which is pretty cool. Then I saw they released a stereo 360 mic, 360 shotgun mic. So if you're on this side of the microphone, you can hear it. And if you're on this side of the microphone, you can hear it in its stereo. So there we go. Let me show you this. This is an end address mic. So what you want to do is when you use these shotgun mics, you just point it at the object and it captures it. And this is what news recorders, really use for their broadcasting and stuff like that. And the reason why you would put something like this onto it is for the plosives and also for the wind, so that you're not capturing too much wind when it blows outside in the field. So that's why you would want to use one of these, and I have to clean it off because you can see a bunch of cat hair, and this camera is better than I thought it was. But here you go. So you can see it in all its glory with its cat hair. And all you really want to do is you want to point it at whatever's going on. So let's say if I wanted to do this podcast and I didn't want to have this microphone on screen, I will point this, run it into my camera, and have this basically out of shot, pointed at me. And what I can do with that is capture really great audio. Well, listen, guys, I'm basically being the poster child for Zoom and other interfaces that I have, and basically giving you guys a lot of game. If you guys would like to donate to the channel, basically so I can, give you guys some more insight and some more game, definitely, if you can hit the Cash App that's up in that, I guess on your right hand corner. So what I'm gonna do before we get out of here, basically I showed you guys what you need for your podcast, which is basically the Zoom H6 or the Zoom H8 is basically your podcast in a nutshell. Skip all of those interfaces that I show you at the moment and get this interface / pocket recorder, because it is what you need. If you want to get this recorder and you're ready to get this recorder, I have the links down below in the description box. Also, I have the links to some other stuff, and check out the playlist, man. We got some more good stuff for y'all, man. It's Player Talk TV. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna take this handheld mic and I'm going to hook it into this Zoom, and I'm going to unhook it from my Rodecaster. Give me 1 second. All right, give me 1 second now. 1 second, y'all. Let's get back into my tech talk. So, I have my Shure SM58. Let's get back into this tech talk so I can show y'all real quick. I have my Shure SM58 right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a headphone, because I have a channel for it already queued up. I'm going to take this headphone jack. Hold on. I'm going to take wrong headphone jack. I'm going to take this headphone jack that I have right here. And I have this on a channel on one of my mixers. Basically like a channel that's here. And I'm going to hook it. Should I hook it into the headphone or the line out? I'm going to hook it into the line out on this one. Okay? So I have it hooked into the line out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off this microphone right here. All right? Which is the Electro Voice RE27ND. Okay? One of my favorite mics. We'll talk about it. It's Player Talk Radio. I'm going to cut this mic off, and we're going to listen to how I sound with these two mics right here. So check this out. I forgot. My bad. I got to turn this up just a little bit more. Now, I forgot to tell you guys that this microphone right here. All right, I need to get my levels right. So, I'm going to get this up to unity gain. But like I said, these are different types of microphones right here. You can definitely use this, but it's better to have like a pop filter on this microphone. All right, I forgot to tell you guys that this is a touch screen, and what you see right here, those are pressure pads for sound clips, because I got the podcast mode enabled, and I think I'm clipping. Hold on, y'all. All right, so I got it here on Unity Gain, and like I said, this is an okay ambient mic. It's better for you guys to learn how to run your microphones into it, because I'm actually clipping. But these mics right here, they're pretty good. They pick up really sharp sound. They're on 90 at the moment, but you can actually flip them. Look. So now that I flipped them, now they're a little bit more brighter, and they're a little bit more, they're picking up everything. What a lot of people like to use these microphones to do is called ASMR, because I can fuck with your ears like this. If I want to play with your right ear, I'll do that. Yeah, I'm playing with your right ear, right? If I want to play with your left ear, I do that. So, like, let me turn these back to 90. When you got those people doing ASMR videos, what they do is they'll get one of these, right? And let me see if I can find something. They'll get like a piece of plastic, right? And this is how they'll do it. They'll be like, they'll get like a bottle of water, and they'll play with your mind. All right, that wasn't a good example. Hold on, let me give you all a little bit better example. Hold on. So, like I said, they'll like capture like noises, like a soda can or something being open, like a, you can play with both ears. It records in stereo. Another thing that people do with these is they use the Yeti. The Yeti can do that. But anyway, let me stop giving you this horrible audio. Let me plug this in and stop sweating like a pig. I'm putting in work, y'all. I'm putting in work. Okay, so you guys should be able to hear me. I should be coming in clear. This is a dope ass interface, okay? And I got the Shure SM58, which is a really great mic. This is your podcasting. This is the kit that you need. You need this 3-foot cable so you can stay close to your unit. You need this $100 mic, and this $400 thing right here. It should cost you no more than $520, and maybe an SD card. So on the links below, I'm gonna try my hardest to give you guys a SD card. Right? I'm gonna try to give you guys an SD card with it. I'll let you guys know down in the description box if I can find one with it or not. But you might have one laying around, so just empty it off and record your podcast. This is a really great unit. You can't beat the sound that you're getting out of this. So you get one of these dynamic mics, and I recommend dynamic mics because they cancel out sound. Okay, now let's see. We got this mic here, which is this Shure SM7B. Now, if you know anything about this microphone, you should know that these are one of the hardest microphones to power, and you have to have a great interface to power this microphone. This microphone
costs just as about the same price as this damn H8. You know, this H8 has an amplifier that should power this microphone. But I'm not gonna turn on the phantom power on this H8 just yet. I can run this with the you know the you know the I can run this with the cloud lifter on it or without. So let's see if it can run it without the cloud lifter. But first, let me plug it in and let me show you how it sounds with the cloud lifter powered from my interface that I have here. Now, if I remember what mic it is, hold on, give me 1 second.
So now I turned off, I turned off the H6. You can't hear me on this mic anymore. And you can hear the difference. I'll mute this mic.
And now you should be able to hear me on the H6. Oh, H8. My bad. The H8. So you see the difference in between like microphones and hearing how it sounds. Now I'm going to plug this one into this H8 and we'll close out. See if you want to get it. I'm trying to tell y'all, go get you one of these damn recorders. This is your whole podcast right here. All you do is you get you some nice audio, then you slap a picture onto it and you upload it on YouTube or on Anchor or on Spotify or on Apple Play or Google Play or whatever you want to upload it onto. So let's go back to it.
Now you guys can hear me loud and clear because I'm here on, on my interface. So you see how the sound sounds a lot different. Now let's try and run this Shure SM7B onto this goddamn Zoom H8. So we're gonna do it without the cloud lifter, and then we're gonna do it with the cloud lifter. So let's check it out.
All right. So now I'm coming in a little bit low.
But if I turn the volume up, I should be good and I should not be clipping. And this is a fucking amazing. I'm running a Shure SM7B on a Zoom H8 without no phantom power engaged. This is ridiculous. This is a gain hungry mic. This requires some phantom power. Now, I'm gonna pause the music in the background because I wanna show y'all something. Now, check this out. When these microphones are not getting enough gain, they are notorious for hissing. These microphones will hiss. If it doesn't have enough gain, it'll hiss. Let me pause this music in the background or mute it, and let's see if we hear it hissing. Wow. There's no hissing, y'all. And like I said, for like under $1,000, this will be the perfect, this will be like the perfect voiceover machine. Okay, just so y'all won't think I have another interface plugged into it. No, I have the Zoom H8 plugged into it. And I did the same thing a while ago with the H6, and I was more than happy and pleased. This is great. Like, there's no hissing. It's actually a bit quiet. And you have a compressor. I could add a noise gate. I can do a whole bunch of crazy shit with this goddamn Zoom and this goddamn microphone. This is awesome. No hissing at all. I don't have no phantom power engaged. I'm not even going to try it with this dynamite right here.
Okay? I'm a real tech guy. This has been my tech talk. Thank you guys for coming out. I want to thank you guys for really supporting my show. Make sure you guys I don't know what side it is. I think it's on this side. Make sure you guys hit the Cash App definitely to support the show so I can get my hands on some more tech. Definitely want to review the newest GoPro. I got the Hero 7, which is a great GoPro. I skipped the Hero 8. I'll tell you exactly why. Basically, about to get the Hero 8 or the Hero 9 on the way. The Hero 9. That's the one I want. The Hero 9. So, we'll put some money together, get that on the way. That's going to be on one of the next Tech Talk shows. But on the next Tech Talk, what we're going to be talking about is basically how to hook your Elgato, whether you have a Wave 1. What the hell? Whether you have a Wave 1 or a Wave 3 into your iPhone. And I just dropped the hell out of that GoPro. And it's a good thing I have a protective case on it because I would be mad as hell. I remember I dropped this joint on concrete one time when it first came out. Fun fact. When I was starting my podcast and I didn't know what the hell to do, which I tell you guys, that's the bad part about hitting buttons on this thing. And I'm gonna finish the recording with basically using this Shure SM7B. I literally thought I was gonna have one of these pointed at me and a microphone running audio into it, which I probably still can do it. But now I know how to do it. I just literally thought I'm gonna have this pointed at me, have the audio plugged into it, and that was gonna be the end of my problems. Boy, was I wrong. Look at me now. It's Player Talk Radio, man. We out. Thank you guys for coming through. And thank you guys for being a part of today's show. It's Player Talk Radio. We out. See y'all later. Thank you.
You're now listening to Player Talk Radio. Woo! With the coolest DJ in the manosphere.
Let's go.
DJ Kuda. Let's go. Let's go.
Knockout. You win.